All right. So it looks like we missed one. Okay. Did not discover the trap. That's the big plus here. Okay. What it looks like happened, I can see a paw print right here. Okay. So I know that it looks like a canine print. So I know that a coyote came through here and checked this out. With the backing being like this, I mean, and you got little sticks poking up, I really would have thought that this animal would have worked the hole a little bit more. So the only thing I did was I didn't mess with the trap at all. Like I said, it's undiscovered. That's a big plus. You can tell where they didn't dig it out, but they definitely didn't mess with it a little bit. So what I did is I put more liver in there and I pushed it further down the hole. Drizzled some liver juice and some sardine juice on there. And we're going to try and hold that coyote's attention a little bit longer and see if that helps. I don't know if I'm putting the bait too far down the hole to where he just gives up or what. I mean, you can see it right there. You can see a little bit of it down there. And it's at an angle, so I know that he can see it when he looks down in there. And you can see his paw print. Where, let's see here. It is right there. That's his paw print. Can't see it too good on camera. But we did have one come by. So that's better than not having anything come by. Pretty much telling me that we still have a chance. So we know we're in a good spot. The wind direction is blowing back that way, which is good because that's where most of the property is. That's where most of the sign is, and we know they're using that road down here. So everything about this set is good. I mean, we had a coyote come visit. That's a big plus. He did not discover the trap. That's a big plus. He simply, it looks like he checked it out and then he left. So I put a little more liver, a little more of that smell good juice down there. And we're just gonna try and keep his attention a little bit longer until he makes that fatal step. And then we're gonna have us a dog. So we're gonna think positive. We ain't gonna give up. If at first you don't succeed, try again. So we are just getting started. We have several more traps to check, and we're gonna have some success. We are gonna have some success. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, so y'all saw me catch a mouse in one of my previous videos and one of my DPs here. That is the most aggravating thing ever, to have a trap in a hot spot plugged up by a mouse. I mean, because obviously you ain't gonna catch nothing while that trap is set off or anything. So I'm trying something new. I do not want to go buy a bunch of golf balls or anything like that, what other people are using to put on all these little DPs, you know. So I'm gonna just see if this will work. I've got a marshmallow in there, okay? Just the normal stuff, marshmallow, put some sardine juice on it, and then I put a pine cone on top. Now, a possum, an armadillo, not an armadillo, wow. So a possum, a raccoon, and a skunk, they'll be able to knock that off, okay? They'll be able to grab that, pull it off, and try and get that marshmallow, you know. But a mouse shouldn't be able to pull that off. So we're gonna try that and see. But man, that's aggravating. I'm up here on this road right here. You got the creek bed down there, and it is just ate up with tracks, raccoon tracks, from the rain that we've had this previous last couple of days. So that's really aggravating. I know you got critters that you're after coming through here, and then having a daggum mouse plug up your set. Can't be doing that, man. Can't be doing that. All right, so we're going today. We are gonna put pine cones on top of these things and see if that helps. So one thing about putting your sets out here in this high grass. You can kind of walk up on something that you caught before you know it. It might scare you a little bit, but I can see it now. We didn't catch anything, but I have come up on a skunk like that. You riding up on your set, ready to check it, and then daggum, you caught a skunk and you trying to back up real quick. Okay, let's see what we got here. So our trap is undisturbed. So trap is undiscovered. I don't see any kind of disturbance or anything with the set. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if I can see if that liver's still in there. I can't use that. Well, regardless, what we're gonna do is we're gonna refresh it with some new liver and go to the next. So that's, let's see here, how many more do I got? I got one more coyote trap that I put out the other day, and we still got some more bobcat sets that we made, but I got one more coyote trap, and I was really wanting to have a coyote when I come through today. So still hoping that we'll have one, but we're gonna get this refreshed and move on to the next. All right, guys, I don't know how well you'll be able to hear me because the wind is going crazy. Like I said earlier, we got a big storm rolling in tonight, so I'm trying to get a bunch of this done before that happens. But new thing I'm trying out for all my live cages here, to keep the bait from getting wet and ruined with like a little bit of rain, and it ruins the bait. Even this floating fish bait, and you would think it would do better with rain, since it floats on the water or whatever, that it wouldn't get soggy and nasty. But it really gets soggy really fast, and then the animals won't mess with it. So I'm going to start putting the bait in a can, and we're after raccoons, right? What are raccoons called? Trash pandas, right? So I'm hoping that they're gonna live up to their name. They're gonna see that. That's gonna pique their curiosity, and they're gonna come investigate it. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that in there. Put some sardine juice on there, and I'm gonna stick it. I'm gonna stick it in the back of my cage, like that, and hopefully this can's gonna keep it more dry. So that means I ain't gonna be wasting bait. I ain't gonna have to replenish it as much, maybe, and also act as an attractant. So I'm gonna start doing that in all my live cages, and we're gonna see if we can tell the difference. Like I said, pretty aggravating, and this is a pretty active trap, and we're trying to increase our quail activity over here. I'm walking down here to see if I see any tracks. Trying to increase our quail activity over here on this part of the property. So having a mouse plug up our set is not ideal. So I'm gonna get him pulled out, get it rebaited, and we're gonna do the same thing that we did on those other ones, and we're gonna try and put a pine cone on there and see if that helps. We got one of those cans with fish feed in there and a marshmallow. This is a fairly active trap, so we should see some results, pretty soon. And I'm also curious with the big storm front we have coming in tonight, how all this bait's gonna hold up by tomorrow. And we'll see if this was a success or not. But I'm really thinking that using these cans like this is gonna keep the bait dry and let it not spoil, if it goes a week without catching anything, but we'll see. All right, guys, got us a coon. What's really awesome is when you catch an animal back to back in the same spot. That really lets you know that they're using this trail. We got a little creek bed right back here, and got old planted corn. And I just caught something on this the other day, so really good spot. We're gonna take care of him, and we're gonna get it reset, and hopefully we'll catch another one when we come back. All right, guys, got us another ring-tailed bandit here. Just happy to see something on this trap. This trap's been kind of dead for a while. We put some more of that new bait on here, and really all it is fish oil, or we did some sardines. So anything with fish, they just like it. That fish smell really brings them in. So happy to see something here. We're gonna get him taken care of, get this reset. And again, just to remind people, the whole reason that we're doing this is to help with the turkey and quail population. These guys right here, they'll tear up your nesting birds, your ground nesting birds, and that's the priority for this particular client. So we're going to keep doing what we're doing. I know some people ain't happy about it, but there's got to be a balance, you know. And if these guys keep growing in numbers and there's no check for them, then you'll start seeing what this client saw, and that's a decline in their quail population and turkey population. So there's always got to be a check and balance, and we're doing our part to make sure that the turkey populations and the quail population, those numbers come up. So we're gonna get him taken care of and move on to the next. Six long beards. I wish I could get a good video for y'all. But 6 long beards. It's been a while since I've seen that many, but I did see 2 out here last week. Good sized turkeys. All right, just a few feet away, I have my other set, and I'm not seeing anything. So, looks like, yep, not seeing nothing. But one thing is that pan is completely exposed. So that's not good. That would have shied away any kind of critters. And if I remember correctly, when I made this set, I was expecting it to rain that afternoon. So I told y'all on the video that I was gonna put a little bit of extra dirt on there because I expected it to get washed off. Maybe I didn't put enough on there. I don't know out here, but they could have moved on. I know one trap was triggered last week by a bobcat, and I didn't make the catch. So one cat I know is trap shot. So I want to check these cameras, and if I don't see any footage of a bobcat on there, then I mean that's still job well done. We've gotten the bobcats out of this area. This is the area that the quail are in, so that's still going to be a mission accomplished, I guess. So we're gonna check the camera footage, see if I can see anything on these little screens, and we're gonna finish checking the coon traps and everything, and that's gonna be a wrap. So we didn't catch anything today on our coyote sets or our bobcat sets. Didn't catch nothing on the other property. So we're gonna tweak our baits maybe. They've been out less than a week. The first bobcat that I caught, that set was out like 5 days, I believe, before it caught anything. So I don't want to be impatient, and we'll just keep refreshing the sets, I guess. But anyway, today wraps up another day. I'm going to call it a successful day. We've caught a couple of raccoons, so far. I've still got some more traps to check, and we'll pick back up again tomorrow. Y'all be good.